Easy guy, what's good, Brody? Just making sure our opponent here is ready to search. How'd your game go against earlier? You played Missouri, right? He's got Oregon. We got Pittsburgh. Let's see. We rocked what? All red, I think, the first game. So he's rocking all black. So we'll save the Polynesian one for home. We'll rock the Muss. 42-35. Okay. Missouri's he's solid, so let's rock white here. Yeah. What playbook were you running?
Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and the Athletic Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons.
Oh yeah, let me
Here
put
in
the UFC
Atlanta,
fights on the
Georgia.
phone.
As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the
Yeah. See,
Utah
I
Utes,
haven't played
taking on a team from the
Missouri yet
ACC,
in that
the
league.
South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David
Oklahoma.
and Jesse
Okay.
Palmer. Time to
I
get
can't remember
this
everything
game
that's in
started.
Oklahoma's playbook. I did a playbook breakdown, but like, God, it felt like forever ago. Need this stuff. Need that.
And the Utes will boot it away to start the game.
Yeah, so anybody watching cue ball here that is South Carolina
And no
is
chance at a
also in
return
our
here. They'll start this drive
college
at their
game
own
day league.
45.
He is Clemson.
Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll try the run.
What?
He
We actually got
is
to stop to
going
run.
nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Young. What's good, bro?
Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. The only important expectations are the
Anybody else
ones
watching the UFC
inside
fights
the
tonight? Just
program.
me?
When you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football
Run
world.
defense. Good lord, boys. Bunch open quads, wild trips, empty bunch open.
They feel like they've got a lot of
It's a lot of
potential,
empty
a lot of
sets.
high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going
I
to
say
work
empty sets are
together,
difficult to guard,
and that
though.
they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Okay.
The Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
Watch the swing here.
Looking for a man. It's Knight. Under fire.
Good job, boys. Good. Good stand.
He took a hit as he threw it,
Punt.
couldn't deliver the football. It's
Okay.
incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Watch him run a fake on me. Okay, good.
A fairly
Good punt.
short distance here
All
toward
right.
the sidelines, not his best work. No
Yeah, empty stuff can be good actually. Just depends. Like I said, I don't know. I like running, not necessarily bunch stuff, but I like having other formations outside of empty. I feel like it's really hard to run an empty scheme the whole game because you know that the only thing to do is pass. What about college football, boys? What do we think is... I know my boy Young's a diehard Bama fan, but I posed this question in one of my Discords. Do we think it is enough for Alabama to get in with the 21-point loss to Georgia?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when
No,
you
let me
see
see.
an
Is
opening.
there
Sometimes
any,
they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
Let's see here.
And
Look at
we
bunch
are not
trail.
going to complain.
Run some empty quads here for our guy, Easy God here. Yeah, I'm just curious to see what's going to happen. When is Virginia and them playing? Good throw. You're a Bama fan too?
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Oh, wow, we stayed up. All right. Yeah, I got the UFC fights up on my phone here. I just got it on low, so it's not coming through the stream. But oh, Big Ten, that's right. You guys got to keep me updated on that. Indiana and who can't do anything on offense right now? Indiana or Ohio State? I'm gonna assume it's Indiana, my guess.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield.
If Ty Simpson isn't super from the offense, yeah.
Catch, good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5.
I don't know, like I said, I don't watch a lot of Alabama games like that. I don't know that Ty Simpson is. I don't know if he's that good. I could be wrong. I feel like he might be quarterback-wise not as good in college, but as A.J. McCarron in the sense that I don't think he'd be a pro with the way his style is. Maybe I'm wrong on that. You guys could let me know. Oh, I don't want that. Bro, come on. Conservative.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. This quarterback part of their
All right, good job, Desmond Williams. 89 throw power is going to be tough.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And he makes the extra point.
How is
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be
oh my God,
on to protect this lead.
the receiver, the freshman badass that was Ryan something, help me out. His last name's escaping me. How's he been this year? I haven't heard as much about him. God, this can annoy me here. I can't remember his name.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around.
Ryan Williams, there you go. How's he been doing? I feel like I just haven't heard much about him this year. I'm not sure if like little sophomore slump. I know him and Jeremiah Smith were kind of both put up on that pedestal, and they just, I don't know, Jeremiah Smith's done what he's supposed to do. But
offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now, is that because Horton just been balling out and Williams has been getting the attention, or is just Williams maybe not just been doing as well? Oh, wow, he caught that. Oh, he got Deuce Knight. Nice. I actually have Deuce Knight in my A&M league. Can't get him the ball. Now, is that just like the play calling, you think, and the scheming to get him open, or do you think that's because of Simpson? Or is it passing, or what do you guys think?
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything.
That sense. I'm sure he'll bounce back. I mean, he seems like an elite player, so.
They'll snap it from the 36. They got a first down. Looking for a crease. It's Howell. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
So I guess, do you guys think that means, I think this game issue ties into yeah. Well, let me ask this. If Bama is not getting in, does that mean that Miami gets in?
Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Second down, they'll go to the air.
Go to me. Oh, man. Crazy thing is, if I didn't click on that guy, he wasn't going to react. Well, who do you justify getting in then? If Alabama doesn't get in, which it sounds like you guys don't think they should. I said this before, Young, in our conversation. I don't think Alabama should get in with a 21-point loss. But then who do you put in? Oh, wow, that's just bad quarterback. That was a good throw. I mean, good play. Duke. Do you think they're going to put Duke in there, though? If they win? Or do you think they're going to put Virginia in? Yeah, I don't think Bama should get in. That's the only thing.
All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Oh! A second punt return in 2 games. Craziness. Utes. So our guy Q-Ball here in this game, he might be one of the few teams in the league that has a rating lower than Utah. That was actually pretty good blocking from our special teams there.
Turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Yeah, but I don't know how you put guarantees on that, like I said, not knowing that, again, point differential could play a part. And again, some of the conversation was just like, well, they shouldn't be punished for getting there. Well, okay, but they got there, and you get blown out. They didn't look great in the rivalry versus Auburn.
They'll test the right side. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Yeah, I just think that's one of the dumbest things in the world that they could say is, well, they shouldn't be punished for making the conference championship and losing. Unfortunately, the reality is before the season, you know that you're playing in a conference. There's a conference championship that's going to be there. You know what I mean? Like, you can't give a reward for a team that makes it. if there's no punishment if they lose it. That just makes no sense to me. But again, a lot of the problem is just because there's nothing set in place. And I feel like when there's no set rules or criteria that you're really basing off, what does strength of schedule matter? What is these non-conference games? If you're playing good teams on the road, what if you're playing a bunch of FCS teams and you go undefeated, right? So, and that's an argument too. Like I said, we talking about, well, then you're okay with getting Notre Dame in. Notre Dame should be required to play somebody. Like they lost to A&M, they lost to Miami. They don't play anybody else. They don't play in a conference. I don't know how you justify them getting in. Yeah. Well, like I said, if you're an Alabama fan, you're hoping the committee stays to the bias, is what you're hoping for. Oh, good throw. I thought he was going to go to the flat. Yeah. I mean, it's bad enough SEC gets, what's called, SEC gets 11 teams in the top 25. You're going to have to ask your brother, baby. I'm in the middle of a stream. No, you're going to have to ask Bub.
Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. He just
Judy.
Close
the door, please, baby.
Nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit
I love you too, baby.
on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Slips a tackle.
Good job.
And the defense
I love the
is
offense.
there. He got away with a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
Yeah.
Man, this defense
Like I said, I mean, the SEC is like a lot of those teams. I don't know any one of them that has like a weak schedule in conference. Yeah, but I don't know if is it winning it all that matters. Like again, like I said, that to me is what is the criteria that they are basing this stuff on? Are they basing it on? They said eye test. Eye test is subjective to every one of us. Some people could say. Again, obviously, Miami and Texas are ironically my two favorite teams. But what deems the eye test? Do you say, well, Alabama just lost by 21 to Georgia, albeit ranked number 3. They didn't look great against Auburn. I forgot who they played the week before that. I just wonder how teams are going in, looking in. If that's the case, if you don't think they can compete or win, why do you put them in? But I don't think it's whether you think they can win or not. Did they earn it to get in? They earn their spot in the conference championship with whoever losing to get them in.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack.
But
they've already put a couple of scores
yeah, I don't.
add to it on this drive. Catch in the middle,
like I said, and I'm going to use Texas as an example because I think it's the closest thing to a scenario that you can get to justifying, right, is, yeah, no, for sure, I get that. But I would say, right, and I'm just talking just hypothetically. I don't care who the two teams are, Alabama and Texas. I'm going to use the example, right? They both have a bad loss to Georgia. Albeit one in the conference championship. So if you want to make Texas's a little bit less, Texas lost on the road versus the neutral site. Then you look, they both have a bad loss. Florida State, Florida, that's equally as bad. And then you have the Texas loss at Ohio State by 7, who's been the best team in the country all year. And then Texas lost to, I'm not Texas, sorry. And then Alabama lost to Oklahoma, who then Texas, kind of destroyed there. So good play by the D lineman. I had to run back for a touchdown. Now again, and I also think losses when they happen matter, right? So if we're saying, what's his name?
Utes now on 2nd and long.
Texas lost the game to Florida early, dropped out, and they've ran the table since.
Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Oh, he's got
Right.
What a play there, and
Alabama unfortunately takes the loss in the conference championship game, and I think they haven't lost since the Oklahoma game. So I don't know what the streak is that's on. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. It's just so tough.
you get a chunk of yards
Like I said, because without no clear instruction from the committee, it's just like
they'll throw it from the red zone.
we're all speculating. And again, I'm not making the argument Texas should get in. Like I said, Texas shouldn't have lost to Florida. But
How many first downs is that just on this drive?
when you look at Texas lost at Georgia, at Ohio State, arguably 1 and 2 in the country after today. But then they also beat undefeated Oklahoma, who's ranked number 5. They beat undefeated Texas A&M, who's number 3, and they beat undefeated Vanderbilt at number 9. How do you, like, that resume is, to me, is crazy. So I just don't know how you make an argument against them in that particular situation. But just because Alabama made the conference championship and they were 9, and then they get blasted is, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Vanderbilt's another one of those 3 lost teams that would be in the discussion technically. I don't think they could be considered because they technically lost to Alabama and Texas. So they automatically would be out. I'm not going to get anything on this, am I? Nope. But then you look, does Miami jump in? Miami beat Notre Dame, but then Miami lost to SMU and who the other team Miami lost to? Was it Virginia? No, they lost to Louisville. SMU and Louisville. And again, those are bad losses. I don't know that Miami deserves to be ranked ahead of any of those teams that we just said. And I love Miami. Notre Dame lost to A&M and to Miami. How do you make the justification that they deserve to be in there? Mendoza just got hurt. Oh, well, GG's then. But I said, then if you like, well, the eye test, well, you know what, the rankings are made on an eye test. The rankings are made on an eye test to start the season where they rank the teams that they think are the best. So you can't say that, well, Alabama looks like one of the 3 or 4 best rosters in the country, but they got 3 losses and justify it. You know what I mean? Or Texas or anybody else that's in that discussion. But now, again, one of our other guys, I don't know if he's in here, Knuckles, pointed out just like, you know, teams are going to start refusing to play the conference championship game. I think that is asinine. Is the most stupidest thing that teams could do. Because if you're in a conference, right, for as long as football's been going here, you know that there's going to be a conference championship. The fact that you could relinquish it and not be punished is crazy. Crazy. So, I don't know. Like I said, NCAA's got stuff to do, and just making it a 16-team expanded field is just going to make it even. Is not going to kill it, in my opinion. I think the NCAA is just trying to capitalize off money. But, and then me and Young talk about this all the time, actually, right? Is then, does anybody know the people on the committee, right? And look who they are. Right, exactly. You're taking away, but like, you don't get kudos for making the conference championship. It's either you win it or you don't. Or, you know, maybe you get kudos. I don't know. But this field has been so, like, tightly contested. It's just really tough to say this team is better than that team.
They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
Yeah, it does. I mean, but this is why I said without no system that's in place that makes it clear what the criteria is for getting in. If strength of schedule doesn't matter, they should never say anything about strength of schedule. If top 10 wins, top 15 wins, like, what deems a quality loss? You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, if those things don't matter, they should never be brought up in the conversation, in my opinion. If they do matter and they hold weight when it comes down to these tiebreaker situations, then... And I think what they should do, and I don't know if this makes this very BCS-ish, is with the... If there is like a rating system, like I said, I know the BCS was like computer-oriented, but like, what's the weight of a non-conference game on the road at the particular time of a #1 team in the country? Or what's the weight of a top 10 win versus top 20 win? And things of that nature. I think there needs to be something in place so there's a clear criteria so there's not as much controversy. I think there'll always be some controversy, but
From the gun, wants to pass. Flushed out of the pocket.
I didn't realize it was 4th and 3. I want me to go for it.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit
We're just gonna
longer.
punt this.
It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job.
Yeah. Well, I think the other thing too is I think the one thing that would make it better is the ACC is shit now. They're down. Is I think Big 10, Big 12, SEC, and then even the ACC. Pac-12 is the one that disbanded. I think they should,
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line.
They should absolutely make those teams play each other in a non-conference game. It does. But yeah, I think they should absolutely make those teams play each other. Like I said, if there's 3 or 4 non-conference games, those teams, Big 10, you should be required 3 of those 4 games or 4 games against one of the power conferences other teams. And now, again, the thing you may run into with that is, are they
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
are they going to is Alabama or Ohio State, are they going to try and pick on the Wake Forests, or I don't know who the bottom feeders are in the ACC, right? Or the Baylors or whoever. Oh. So I think that's like, it's just the whole thing, right? Is if they're going to try and make the system better, an attempt to kind of fix where the stuff lies. I don't know if they will, but
that was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Crush, what's happening? I don't think he's going to play off, is he? Okay. Yeah, we thought so, but Utah's not very good. Like I just noticed that. I noticed that in my game with Auburn when I was kind of getting not happy with some of the results and stuff. And I just looked, they're not that good. Defensively, they're not good. They don't have a lot of catching. Their coverage is Their block shit is So like the next game I end up playing, what happens to be a buddy of mine, it'll be Miami. The next game, I think I have a bye week and then I play them. But what's going to end up happening is that team's going to be a lot better. I'm going to have some troubles. If we can escape that, I have 2 CPU games before I play the #1 user on the road at LSU. They're a 99 overall. So on the road on top of that. So it's going to be hell, to be honest with you. If I can get through the season with only let me see. I play him, Florida, Clemson. I play Florida and Clemson at home. I think I play West Virginia on the road, the final game of the season. And if I can maybe only lose 2 of those games, if I can upset one of those teams, I'll be happy.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
Because I said Williams Jr. is 89 throw power. Oh my God, I didn't know that hole was going to be so wide open to the right.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody.
I'm going to try this play, see if this works.
In the third quarter, and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
Good luck, brother. That's going to be fun. Oh, you know what? This play's not going to work. We're going to run this.
Williams will pass. Snags it over the middle. It's a
Fumble. He gets it. I don't know if he fumbled there. I would say just play it smart, man. Like I said, possession at a time, scheme.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver.
See what whatever tendency he's showing. You know, if he's only throws a slot receiver, I'd really focus on your user on the slot receiver. Maybe cross man him if you're in zone, so you can stay with him initially, and then as he goes across, you can pass it off. That would be something I would suggest. In defensive like this should work here. Boom. Yeah. Again, just kind of reading where the weaknesses are on some of the defensive stuff that people are using. So I'm going to just try and see what he's going to come out in. I'm just going to come out in flood drive here for a second. So if you see right now, he just adjusted. Now it's a single high look. I know that safety's in some kind of coverage. It looks like a cover 3. So he'll either be playing hard flats down or he's going to be playing this curl flat. That's the guy with the fire emoji. He dropped. Oh, he played a cover 2. Maybe he played a shell. Okay. But anyways, I kind of knew that seeing him drop down that I knew my cover 2. Yep. I kind of just knew where to attack, what side to attack. Again, this, not quite sure what this could be another cover 2 possibly. Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay, I did highball it. That's all right. We'll take that incomplete. I thought that guy was going to run so much further up than he did. All right. Yeah, read wide flat is really good. It also depends. Certain ones are better than others.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6.
Let me see. Is he running another? This looks like it might be some kind of cover 4. I could put him on a speed out right here. Let's take a look here. He's going to run.
Pressure coming. Going for it all.
Oh, he deflected it. I threw that late in nice.
That's not the way to start a drive. Takes it the other way.
Good play by him. Indiana pick. Nice. What's the score in that Indiana game?
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
That was actually really bad read by myself, but
South Carolina
that
ready
is
to go on the
fine.
attack in another offensive odyssey. The pressure is really on to put together a drive here, already down 21-zip. And the defense
0-0? Okay.
no pickup at all on that play.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Trying play action. There's the pressure.
Okay, some of these guys are getting some pressure. That's good. Yeah, let's go Indiana. I picked Indiana to win. I truly think they're going to win. Now, obviously, this was pre-Mendoza injury here. But,
wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times.
Let's see here. Blitz this guy off the edge, off the left. See if we can get a little bit of pressure, contain. And we drop a pick. All right. We played actually pretty good defense this game.
You see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds.
He's back in. Nice. I'm just curious to see what the committee, what everybody's going to think if Indiana's able to win the game. Oh my God, good block shit.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And
go finish your food, please.
I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Williams will pass. Makes the grab. It's Green. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yards.
Yeah, it's just curious to see what they're going to say. And then, you know, no matter what is, what's the criteria? What did you guys base this off of? Deep stick. Let's see how this works. Put,
to the air on first down. Makes the grab.
Julian.
Julian. Short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Now you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them.
Let's go little empty bunch quads here.
Offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Yeah.
And the Utes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire.
God, he murdered me.
And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn
that
it
now,
over.
easy guy, that might be one of the best things I've heard. That would be interesting for them to air it out, make their cases, and then when you go to the vote,
The Utes are marching down the field.
I'd be interested. But I almost feel like hell, knowing the NCAA, knowing TV, they'd make that shit into a fucking soap opera. They would somehow make that into a soap opera.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They'll go to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try.
Boys, there's just no speed on this team. There's just no speed.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout.
What a throw.
It's gone.
What a throw.
Nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants.
Hey, Utah's number 15 in the CFP. Oh my God, that guy came in unblocked.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
3-0 Indiana.
On second and goal.
Little speed option here, boys. What do we got?
Now on the option.
Oh, and I fumbled. I did some dumb shit. Tried to pitch it. That's why I don't run speed options.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender
Good play, Q.
popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
I knew he was going to that. Not putting that guy out there.
They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Still looking on the move. Turning it on.
Can we make him fumble? That'd be nice.
10 yards on that one.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Leaves it with the back.
Oh boy. Please grab him.
After 45 on his way. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play.
What was OP in 25 easy? Was it, are you talking about the
We've reached a break. It's Utah holding
speed
the
option?
lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw.
Oh,
And
we
this
made a
will
great
be
adjustment there.
incomplete, a big hit there.
Thought I had the sack there for a second.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Oh my God. I thought he threw a pick.
This has been a
What are
frustrating
we
day.
doing, boys?
I mean, they haven't
I think
moved the
he
ball
thought he threw a pick, too.
consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game.
Yeah,
So
speed
maybe they can
options. Yeah,
find
jet sweeps
some
were
kind of a
super
rhythm
OP.
here late in the game and get something cooking.
The Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Leaves it with the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're
The
trying
funny thing
to
is the
cash in
chat
on this
is like,
drive.
you guys are somewhat caught up to me because obviously I'm a little bit ahead. But then I have the stream up on my screen at the same time, and like the third quarter is ending like right now on the screen. So it's funny, it's like the chat is ahead of the stream on my screen.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll do it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to adjust the pattern.
Let's see. My responsibility as a running back here if he comes up. Good job.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth
I don't know
down is
actually.
coming up.
I think the smart person wouldn't comment in the chat, but unlike YouTube, like on Twitch, you can see which viewers are in your stream. I don't think you can with YouTube. I could be wrong. So,
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down.
4th and 6 here.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for 6.
Good job, boys.
The end zone, picked
Oh, of course,
off.
we knocked out the end zone with the
He's
1.
knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense.
Yeah, that's funny.
Understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has or not. Like I said, they haven't been
Make them force the football into coverage. They do.
in the stream to comment if they were.
Utah has it back in the offense.
But the good thing I think with YouTube is you guys are slightly behind, like a delay on the stream where I don't think it would matter. On Twitch though, Twitch absolutely you could. And I've known people that have
fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has
I know
to have it.
people
They just
that
gotta do a
would
better job moving forward.
be in a party with other people and they would have them tell them what they're running.
The toss to the right. Not much there. They'll
Like
give
as an
it one
opponent,
to
I
the
know people have done
14.
that.
And here's the
But
mindset
as far as
if
if
you're
it's
on
happened to me,
offense.
I'm
Fourth
not
quarter, you've got
quite
a
sure. Like
huge
before
lead.
when I was on
Obviously, you're gonna
Twitch,
run the football, but just be aware of the
I wasn't
clock.
really
Don't
streaming
wanna
kind of
snap
like
it
how
too
I'm streaming
quickly.
now.
You're probably just doing safe runs inside the
But
tackles like you saw right there. You just gotta
so I really
execute.
wasn't paying
You gotta
attention to
be
the chats and
aware,
things of
but
that
you've
nature.
got
Who's
this
like kind of
game
like in
in
my
hand
stream.
so long as you don't turn it over.
Golly, that DT just shoved. Is that my center?
And he's stuffed by that big defensive
That's so
tackle up
rude.
front.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Oh, I can option this. Cool. Did not know I could do that.
Williams will pass. Looking down the middle.
Good catch.
It's complete. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. And the Utes are
Yeah, now
rolling
Trip
down
X
the
Nasty's
field.
goated. I'm actually running my my Pittsburgh playbook. So this one, I'm actually running this in.
To the ground with the back.
Oh God, terrible.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of
I'm actually.
scrimmage, but
I just
nowhere
put
to
the
match.
ebook together.
And
I
with a
almost
lead
got it.
like
I
they
just gotta
have
put up
here
the
in the
PDF
fourth
version. I'll
quarter,
actually
no
post it
question this offense is gonna
here in a couple
continue
days on
trying to
Patreon, and
pound
then
the rock. They're gonna run the football
I
and
may
try
even
to
post
ice
it for
this
the
game.
members here on YouTube. So
Didn't get much on first down. It's second and
it's
9.
it's my favorite playbook by far.
Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time.
But
to get to that first down
it's really
mark.
good.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just
Let me see.
get the ball out of your hands.
Trying out a
get it
couple
to your
plays
playmaker.
here. Let this
A lot
run
of
to the
times
2.
he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It's better when, like I said, if you've seen any of my A&M Dynasty games last season, if you have a good quarterback in that formation, I guess any formation really, but in that particular formation, that dude Mensa would make some throws, which I think he's actually the guy at Duke, if I'm not mistaken. I probably should have ran this to the wide side of the field.
The Utes are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short.
Get the first here, and then we'll just
And he gets
chew
it
clock
done
here.
on third down. They move
Didn't
the
want to do
chains,
chew
and
clock
they'll
too early
mark
in
it at
case.
the 34. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course,
Case he was
said
gonna
the
call
open
timeouts or
one,
whatever.
But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that.
Breaks into the open. Couldn't ask
Okay.
for much
Yep.
more
We'll
there.
just
A
take it
first
now.
down, and they're down to the 42.
That's
Wasn't
gotta be
expecting to get
demoralizing
first.
if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is
GG to our guy,
a lot
Q.
more physical, especially in the middle.
Yeah, I hope Indiana wins too, man. Really do.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.
I guess the other question, like I said, we kind of veered off the college football conversation a little bit, but
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.
unless they come out and they make some kind of specific rule set, what is the odds that you see any team kind of do what Texas did, where they scheduled Ohio State on the road week 1? Do you think we see that any
Waited so long
more
to
at all?
start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting them first victory.
Or do you think those teams are going to completely avoid scheduling anybody and just kind of put the softest schedule together that they can find?
Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yep, GG's to our guy. God, no points second half is brutal. Yeah. $16 of 21. I don't remember the interception I threw, to be honest. Oh, yeah, I do it. Receiving, pretty balanced. Okay, not a bad game. Yeah, I definitely see the soft schedule. I don't think that a lot of the big teams are going to do that anymore, which I think is unfortunate. But, again, if people care about the playoffs and the committee's not going to do anything for putting kind of value on those games, and it's irrelevant. I'm mad that you guys are like, we're talking like you guys know the game's over. And there's still 50 seconds left on my stream broadcast showing that the game is still going. That's crazy to me. Yep. It definitely does seem like that. Anybody getting into the UFC fights tonight or no? Ohio State interception. Ooh, girl's got a deep choke in. Nope, not deep enough. Is it still 3-0 or what's the score going on over there? Just college football. Yeah. Wait, what happened? Getting kicked in the face while you're down is crazy. 3-0. Take a look here at this out of leagues real quick. I'm wondering, what do you guys think? What's something that you guys are wanting to possibly see here on the call this coming week? Ohio State does have a tendency to do that, 100%. Definitely put up hella points in the second half after being irrelevant there in the other ones. Dang, Macy Barber just took her down easy. Let me see. Do I play anybody next in here? Nope. Not for a couple games. Okay. What are we thinking though, boys? I was wondering maybe doing um, possibly streaming something where I don't know what defenses you guys are running, but maybe showing up particular blitzes, whether it's nickel over Overstorm Brave, um, single mug, double mug, 3-4 odd, 4-3-6-1. Obviously, you guys see me play with 4-3-6-1, so I bring different blitzes out of there. But something that you guys can incorporate into your game if you're not already running it. I won't go through the entire formation, but I'll definitely show you some things like I said that because I have an ebook literally on 3-4, 4-3, and 3-3-5 that I think can be helpful to everybody. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, to which part, Young? What games are we waiting on here? I think there's going to be some of these games to be played tomorrow, so he won his game. Not sure when Florida and Auburn playing. Don't know if these two scheduled anything. Easy God and Slim, 42-35. Four touchdowns, 4 picks. The blitz package for sure. Yeah, double mug pressure. Are you talking you want to see how to run double mug? Obviously without the spammy mid blitz stuff, but I definitely run some of that. I like to mix it up. Big 12. Oh, wow. That is a dominant position to end up in. Big 12. I think they're playing tomorrow sometime. Probably end up removing Texas since he just doesn't play. Georgia USC, they're scheduled for tomorrow. Good Lord, Tulane beat the shit out of Iowa State. Yeah, without mid blitz. I mean, I usually how to run the mid blitz too. How you can mix it up or do some stuff out of there. Two pick sixes kill man. Yeah, I mean, pick sixes can be the worst. So the guy that I played in the national championship with Penn State before I took over Utah, um, I don't think I threw. I don't remember if I threw a pick six in that game against him. I might have, but every game I throw a pick six against him, and it's just like not even like a great user play or he put some crazy defense. Like I have an RPO bubble where the guy, his defender ran through the guy blocking him and jumped the route at the same time, like through his body. I was like, what are we doing here? Ohio State just scored. I hate Ohio State. I think I hate their fans too more than anything. But Oregon, I think David said he was going to play his game if I'm not mistaken earlier in the chat. Oklahoma beat Houston. So we still got a couple games left here. We'll advance this one tomorrow night. And we will end up playing BYU. We played him in the semifinals this past season. So we'll see how that one goes. Hopefully we can knock him out. But hopefully we have, like I said, we have Deuce Knight, which is the quarterback that South Carolina just had in that league. So hopefully he's more accurate than that. Then we'll have big games with Notre Dame, luckily at home, at Nebraska, home against Michigan, at Tulane. So, yeah, it's just crazy. I don't understand that stuff with the pick sixes. It's just crazy annoying. Or not pick six, but the guy's jumping the bubble screen. So, because I could set all my defensive adjustments. I just feel like even when I know it's coming, we'll drop it. We don't go for it. They'll, excuse me, they'll break a tackle or something crazy. So, yeah, before halves can be killers too. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll go over something, whether it's 4-3. Um, I can run out of 4-3-6-1 because double mug's in there as well. I think double mug's in every playbook. It might just be like 3-3 double mug, 2-4 double mug, um, out of the different nickel stuff. But or we can show it out of 3-4, whatever. And we'll just show you some different things, at least that I like to do that are extremely successful. Um, I don't like running double mug like that against guys that like to run. Primarily passing downs or second and longs, things of that nature, where you think they're going to pass. This girls' fight turned out to be pretty good. Um, but yeah, we'll go over that. Like I said, maybe I'll show you guys some of the base stuff from 3-4 or 4-3 that you guys need to be doing. That can really help for different blitz packages and pressure and things of that nature. So if you are guys that make a lot of defensive adjustments as well, the one thing is when you set up some of these blitzes and you bring some of the pressure, and I'll talk about this when we go over it, is you're going to want to make adjustments sometimes on your defense based off where you're blitzing from, right? So, like just for example, if I'm in a cover 4, and actually I did that in one of the plays against South Carolina, was if I blitzed one of the guys that was maybe in like the curl flat or seam flat, quarter flat, if I blitz him off the edge, then you could do something where you put your outside corner in a hard flat and then put your safety over there in like a deep half or something like that. So now that side becomes like a cover 2 look. So you're not completely exposed in the flats. So again, just small things that will help you guys out defensively. And even if you're in a certain game and you're just trying to get better at it, again, I feel like regular season games, even though we don't have the real CFP committee, that is the perfect time to try some of this stuff out so you guys can get better. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to end up killing the stream. I'm going to relax. If you guys want to hit me up in the Discord, we can continue the chat for sure. Pittsburgh ebook will be dropping here in the next couple days. Then we have a bunch of different schemes of the week. I also finished the Cincinnati playbook breakdown. That one actually looks really good. It's got some really, really good pistol sets in there. And then we got a bunch of other ones in here too. So, wow. Yeah, see if I can catch the end of these games here, and then, yeah, like I said, Palms. It's definitely really good in coverage or match coverage, just because in match, like I said, those seam flats and those matching purples, um, they do a great job of playing like man type coverage, but they also leave the flats completely exposed. There's easy ways to exploit the cover 4 side of things once you do that. So, yep. So, but all right, guys. Yeah, make sure, like I said, we're talking in the Discord. Just like I said, put some few things in there that you guys want us to cover for next week's call here in 4 days. So, yeah. Aside from that, guys, I'm gonna catch you guys later. Appreciate you guys stopping by, seeing us getting a dub, and then we will, yeah, continue putting out the content, tips, any of that stuff. So, yeah, Mint's very good. So, all right, I'm gonna talk to you guys here in a bit. Y'all have a good night.